Cy Young, Shane McClanahan, and Justin Verlander. Justin Verlander, who I saw with Kate Upton on the red carpet over the weekend. What a beautiful, beautiful couple. Yes, and my wife did find the sunglasses she was wearing, and shockingly, they are very affordable. You can find them at Walmart. Not an ad, but could be. Anyway, Shane McClanahan, Justin Verlander, very close, plus 205 and plus 260 odds, respectively. Going to be one of these guys, Nick, or you see a dark horse coming in hot down the stretch?
Why don't you go to me first? I'm still recovering from that. Kate Upton's going to be upset if Verlander doesn't win this one. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to be with her on this one if he doesn't end up winning this one. I mean, now we talk about narratives. This guy may have the strongest case of anybody, even with Ohtani playing two different positions. But with Verlander, I mean, he's pitched in one game since 2019. He pitched 6 innings, and then we don't see him ever again, right? And now he's 39 years old, and he's got a 1.89 ERA, 108 strikeouts, and 109 and 1/3 inning at 39 years old. I know his Ks are down, but the walks are still under control. So, this guy absolutely deserves it. If you don't want to go with Verlander, if you think he's going to break down, the guy who I actually like as a dark horse, I think he's third in the odds in DK Sportsbook, actually is Ohtani, because he's got 123 strikeouts and 87 innings, 2.38 ERA, and then there's the whole thing. He's balancing pitching while hitting, and he's still able to put up all these numbers. Still, Verlander's my pick. It's great at 260, but Ohtani, if you think something's going to happen with Verlander, Ohtani's my guy.
All right, Gabriel, I mean, this shows me in real time that age is just a number, baby.
Yeah, do we know if Verlander's brother gets a Cy Young vote? Has anyone established that yet?
Oh, yeah. You know what? That's actually a good question.
I don't think he does. At least I hope he doesn't. But look, I think that right now McClanahan and Verlander are fantastic. Obviously, Verlander's got the narrative aspect of this that's often pretty important for some of these awards. But I will say, there's a lot of really good pitchers in the American League this year, and I don't think there's that much separating a lot of these guys. So I wouldn't mind taking some shots in that sort of pack that's just behind the Ohtanis of the world and the McClanahans. I mean, I think if you look even back to last season, here's a narrative for you. Robbie Ray won the American League Cy Young and did not pitch for the American League in the All-Star game. And I've got 2 guys who could possibly fill that same void.
Ooh.
The first is Dylan Cease, who I honestly think could just be the best pitcher in the American League at 9-1. His stats, surface and otherwise, are absolutely fantastic this season. And I mentioned this with Arenado. It's probably more interesting for this perspective with the White Sox. The White Sox have the easiest strength of schedule going down the stretch of the season. Dylan Cease is going to get to face the Royals and the Tigers and the Diamondbacks a whole bunch in the second half of this season, and he's going to put up some ridiculous numbers. So I like him a lot at 9-1. And then even someone like Kevin Gausman, who's 17-1, right now has the best FIP in all of baseball, leads in F-WAR. That didn't matter last season, Garrett Cole versus Robbie Ray, so maybe that won't matter this season. But I think you can take some shots with guys like that, and hopefully it pays dividends.
Okay, cool. Maddie, if you believe these two are clear contenders for the crown here, I mean, the cost should intrigue you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm with these guys that they should be the top 2, but it's the field is level enough that plus 200 to 260, it's just not enough odds. I think the market is relatively efficient. But I've been talking about Cease for a week or 2 now. This is not going to be as good as Robbie Ray is last year. He was 18-1 last week. I thought that was a good bet. So, the odds aren't quite as good anymore. I do agree that 9-1 is still a little bit too high. If I had to bet someone right now, it probably still would be Dylan Cease. He is the current major league leader in strikeouts too. And he's close enough in terms of ERA that he could pass McClanahan within a couple weeks. So we saw McClanahan struggle in the All-Star game. I don't know if that's predictive of anything. But Shane McClanahan has never been this good before. He's having a historically great season, but this is uncharacteristic for him. His minor league track record doesn't really support how good he's been. So for him to fall off in the second half and push Verlander, but then also maybe someone like Ohtani or Cease, like these guys have mentioned, I don't think that would be shocking at all. So maybe I would just kind of wait and see. But the one guy I do like is Dylan Cease.